Okay, let's see if I can get a quick video in here. So, for all the people that were asking how to get to the course policy and the course policy signature, just want to give you the quick tour here. Okay, two ways that you can do the course policy, or to get to where we need to go. You need to be able to find my science webpage. So, two ways you can do it. The complicated way is this. So, if you're on the Windermere main page, if you click on this Our School link, go down to Faculty and Staff Directory, scroll down, find science. There we go, seventh grade science. Me, save the best for last. I'm at the very bottom. I don't know why I don't have any information there. It's kind of sad. But if you click on this, my name right here, it will take you to this page right here. Okay, so that's the page that we want. Now, another way to do it, make your life easy. If you go into School Loop, um, mine looks a little bit different. Okay, but if you look at the schedule right here, um, hold on one sec. Okay, that was weird. Someone was at the door over there. I had to help them with something. I'm not going to edit that out. Whatever. Awkward video. All right. So let's say you're here. Mine looks a little bit different, right? So normally up here you have like your class schedule, and where it says Science 7, if you went all the way over to the side, like around here-ish, you would see my name, and you can just click on it. It would take you to the same page. For me, I can click on this thing that says my website. You can't do that. You have to click on my name. That would be somewhere here next to Science 7. All right. So if we do that, okay, again, you get to this page. All right. So from here, you click on the part right there that says Science 7 site, and you get this. So the reason why I'm making you guys do this, like I said, you really need to be able to find this page. A lot of good information is going to be on here. Okay, immediately on the left it says course policy signature page. If you click on it, PDF comes up. You are supposed to print this, write your name, sign it, have a parent sign it, period, date, all that good stuff. If you don't have a printer at home, no excuses. Just write this sentence on a piece of paper, put your name, sign it, parent sign that piece of paper, whatever. Okay? So let's go back. Link to my YouTube channel. This video will be on there. The Flipgrid video, other stuff will be on there. If you want to subscribe, make your life easy, you can. If you just want to click on it from here, you can. Bookmark it, you can do that too. Whatever works for you, go ahead and do it. But yeah, there'll be some useful lab stuff, test prep help, whatever, throughout the course of the year. And then the notebook table of contents, which we haven't even set up the notebook yet. All right. So anyway, table of contents link is also up here. Just trying to put multiple places for those of you that can't find things to see it. Calendar. I like this calendar because it only shows science stuff. Sometimes your school calendar is like full of other garbage. Okay, so this is just a little bit neater. I'm hoping you are comfortable seeing like these science agendas by now, and the fact that like I put the PDFs of the slides. Those of you that are absent, this is how you figure out your absent work. I had a couple people absent yesterday, and I noticed you actually added your gamer tags, so you understand how to do this. Those of you that were absent, so great. Other ones of you, if this ever doesn't make sense, you got to ask me. Some homework assignments here, quiz coming up, make sure you're good. Okay, word wall. We haven't done any actual science yet, but I'm going to plug in science words for each unit. I'm not really going to talk about the word wall, but if you ever want to know, like, am I understanding the vocab for the class so far? Check out the word wall. Every week or so, I'll add like the words from the week and just make sure you understand it. No homework here. Like you don't have to like define them. It's just, do you understand what we're talking about in class? All right. So now the one that's important. Those of you that need to study or understand the course policy, all this stuff right here. Okay. Oh, look, I put Friday. No, I changed it to Monday. Whatever. All right. So, I went over, I said classroom rules, they're pretty common sense. I'm not worried about you knowing these word for word or anything, but just for me, it's just common sense. Like, be a decent human being is a phrase that I always use. Just be decent, be good, we'll be fine. All right. Curriculum, this is basically saying next generation science standards is something that you've been doing for probably years, even in elementary school, you don't even know it. If you really want to know what we're teaching, it's going to be stuff. None of that will be quizzed on. You don't have to worry about any of that, okay? Starting with this textbook, I care about all this, all right? You need to understand that there is no physical textbook for this class, really. You don't have to check one out. You didn't get one at your registration or anything. If you really feel the need to have one, talk to me. I'll tell you which color you need. Do this within the next I would say next week, and you can get one from the library. We've worked it out so you can do that if you want, but you don't have to have that textbook. Honestly, it's kind of useless for us. Okay, what we're going to be doing is a program called STEM Scopes. If you had Miss McLeod, you probably used STEM Scopes a little bit last year. I don't know much about it yet. I'm going to do some research over the weekend and understand how to use it. But if you had a textbook, it's going to be through that. So it'll be a digital textbook. Okay, so the physical one does not matter at all. Um, right there, because STEM Scopes is all digital, having internet at home is going to be really important. So if you don't have internet at home, you got to talk to me. Let's figure out how to get you some internet at home. You need to have a computer. If you don't have a computer at home, let's figure that out. For those of you with like an iPad, tablet, mobile device, you could probably get by with it. I'll confirm that later, but to me, that'd be really annoying. Okay, I don't know if I'm just being an old person about it, but that'd be annoying if that were me. Okay, you need a notebook. You don't leave that in class. You have that with you all the time. It says 100 sheets. 80 is probably okay. All right, so don't worry if it's less than 100 sheets. At least 80 is fine. Okay, line paper, pen, pencil, anything else, I'll supply it with, for you if you need it. Okay, this is for in-class stuff. Okay, at home, again, computer and internet access, that's huge. If you don't have that, talk to me, please. All right, so why the heck do I care about internet so much? One, like most teachers, School Loop, I track everything on School Loop. You got to be able to follow all that. And those of you that don't log on to School Loop that often, you're going to struggle in this class, okay? A lot of test prep, test review stuff appears on the science page. Got to make sure how to get to that science page. I mean, it's where this course policy is, right? So you should be able to find it. YouTube, I would argue maybe it's optional, but I think the information there is good enough that you should at least, if ever upload or add a video, click on it, skim it, see if it's worth your time. But completely up to you. Some people definitely use it more than other people. Okay, I haven't even taught Google Classroom yet. We'll set this up down the road. Why do I care about Google Classroom? A lot of times you have to submit your work digitally, and we're going to use Google Classroom to do that. I don't know that much information about Google Classroom yet. I've never used it myself, but I know that this process is going to work for my organization. So we'll figure it out down the road. Don't worry. If you know we need Google Classroom, that's fine. If you don't know how to use it, no big deal. Miss Hansel is getting hyped in her class right now. Again. All right, so attendance, show up to class. I am going to start marking tardy starting on Monday. So those of you that have been late, for this week, I haven't been marking them, but starting Monday we will. Okay. Big one here. This is how we weight our homework grades anyway. Homework, classwork, only 20%. Test projects and quizzes, 80%. Oh.
Good morning and happy Friday, Windermere.
Man, worst video ever. Okay, anyway, so 80% tests, projects, and quizzes, 20% classwork, homework. Probably weighted a little heavier towards tests and projects than your other classes, okay? I don't do retakes on everything. I do retakes on some stuff. We'll worry about that later, okay? On a case-by-case basis. Pretty much your big tests, no retakes. Smaller quizzes, yes, retakes, all right? I'm actually surprised that's not on here, so maybe I'll add that. All right, grading percent by letter. Main thing, this is all standard except down here probably. I use something called the 50% grade scale or 50-point grade scale. Other teachers do. I don't think any 6th graders do maybe, but a lot of teachers here use that. Basically what this means is the lowest score you can get on any assignment is half credit. So let's say you don't do a really good job on something, you only get like a 2 out of 8. I'll round it to a 4 out of 8. All right, sounds good for some people. For most of you, you're aiming for higher than a 4 out of 8 anyway, so it's not really going to affect you. A couple things that this helps with. Sometimes maybe you do really, really bad on a test, like you just bomb like something. In your experience, it's probably made your grade go down like by a ton. I do want a buttermilk pancake. Maybe later. All right, but if your grade goes, if that happens, like the way averages work, your grade gets like crushed all of a sudden, right? And then you do all these assignments and your grade's like only inching and inching and inching back up. I know that's really annoying, okay? So this prevents that, like having one really bad grade just plummet and drop you all the way down. All right, so that's what we're trying to avoid here. Okay, if you never turn in an assignment, eventually I'll still move it to a 50%. But it'll be a 0 for the entire semester until my grading is due. Okay, it's just so you know where your progress is. I don't want you to be aiming for a 50% on everything like that. So that's just the way that it works. Anyway, next thing, late work. Okay, we'll finish this video later. Man. Okay, I'm back. Fifth period is over. I swear, I hope I am at the right part of the um, course policy, but if I'm not, I think I'm just repeating myself. So again, here's the grading scale. You're used to all this, right? The weird part is this 50-point grade scale thing that's going on. Basically, what it means is you cannot score lower than half credit on any assignment, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. For most of you guys, most of you are going to score well over half of the credit. But for those of you, let's say you get like a 2 out of 10 on an assignment, it just means I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10. So instead of getting a 20% F, you got a 50% F. Woo, yay. Who is this going to help? It's going to help people that maybe are going to fail my class and they pull out a D minus instead. It's very few of you, okay? I don't know the last time. Whatever. Okay, not a big deal. But the thing that might help a lot of you guys though is sometimes you just didn't have time to study. You're not prepared for a quiz, whatever. You didn't know it was you thought you got the dates wrong, and you get a really bad score on a quiz. I know some of you have experienced this in the past. You had like a 97%. You got like a 3 out of 10 on a quiz because you just weren't ready, and all of a sudden your grade shoots all the way down. Okay, and you're like, oh, that happened once. Okay, I'm gonna work hard, gonna get my points up, whatever. And you're like 100%, 100%, 100%, and you only see your grade inching up like 1% at a time. Well, that's because of the way averages work. And on a non 50% grade scale, right, this F is so deep down in the depths of like, the 20s or the 30s or something, that it's hard to crawl all the way back up here. So to me, what it does is it just balances the numbers. There are 10 points worth of F, D, C, B, and A. And that way it's just even. Sounds fair to me. Okay, so 50% grade scale. So even if you never turn in the work, eventually I'll turn that into a 50% credit. So zeros will become 50s at the end of the semester. Just don't ask for the 50% like before the semester is over, because that's kind of silly. Like, hey man, I'm not going to turn in the work. Can you just give me a 50? Like, no, it's going to be a 0 until the end of the year or end of the semester. Okay, late work. Please turn it in through the ZAP policy. I will only take your work through ZAP. If you don't turn it in through ZAP, that's too bad. It'll be a 0 and then eventually a 50%. You need to turn it in through ZAP. It just ensures that you get it turned in a timely, reasonable manner. Okay. All right. Absent makeup work. For the most part, please understand how to figure out what you missed when you were absent. Okay. I hate it. I don't understand why people will come up to me and be like, oh, what did I miss? It's like, dude, I put stuff up on the school loop every single day. You can read the agenda, you can look at the slides, and then once you've looked at that, if something doesn't make sense, then ask me your questions. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the deal there. And also, if you are absent for one day, it doesn't mean you can take like 3 weeks to turn in the work. Okay. That's not really fair to me. So here's the rule. The number of days you missed is the amount of extra time you are given to make up absent work without grade deduction. I will lower your grade if you take 3 weeks to turn in like one absent assignment from being absent one day. Okay. Teacher office hours. Give me a 24-hour notice before meeting. You can try to ask me. Most of the time I'll say yes, but the official rule is I will make sure I'm available for you within 24 hours if you talk to me. Okay, I'll make sure that can happen. Usually sooner, but official rule, 24-hour notice. All right. Here's my preferred order of contact. Loop mail me first. Okay, it's nice, it's neat, it's organized. Loop mails seem to come from students. My emails come from like work stuff, like teachers, and it's nice for me to kind of sort through that. Honestly, I prioritize my loop mails over my other work mail, so I just prefer it that way. Okay. If you must email me, go ahead and email me. I'll make it work out. Don't use this one, like ever. Okay. If I'm gonna be able to answer my phone, I'm already in the room. Just visit me in the room, right? But your parents might need to contact me that way. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I feel like I need to go over. Just be comfortable with the quiz. And again, last thing, the stuff that I care about you knowing for the test or quiz, let's call it quiz, is the information that's going to be relevant to you throughout the year. Okay, so I hate it when people are like, what part of my grade is this? What part of my grade is this? What part of my grade is this? The answer is right there, right? So a lot of your grade stuff you tend to care about how to turn in work. Like, I'm just trying to minimize you asking me the same questions over and over and over again throughout the year. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Please, if there's something else that's unclear, use one of these methods right here to ask me. Oh, like right here. Okay, bye.